Okay guys, we're back, and the first portion of this video I showed you how to do a basic prep on your sample board, or same thing if you wanted to do a countertop. And now I'm going to take you through the very basics of mixing your epoxy. Now I use Stone Coat Countertop products, so these instructions are going to be specific to that product. There are so many products on the market right now, epoxy products, so make sure if you're using a different product that you make sure that you're using their manufactured recommendations on how to mix it. So I'm using their countertop epoxy. The manufacturer suggested is 3 ounces per square foot. So I know that my sample board is going to require 4 ounces. So I'm going to do 2 and 2. And it's a 1-to-1 mixture. I'm going to start with part B first. And the way I tell everyone to remember that is you want to be awesome always. So it reminds you to put B in first. So it is pretty important that you get this measurement really close. So if you need to get down to eye level, you can get an accurate level reading. There we go. Now, part A is quite a bit thicker than part B. So if you're pouring in a cold environment, you may want to take, well, you will want to take your jugs and put them in front of maybe a little space heater and let them heat up a little bit. Kind of, if you can get them up to around 70, that's kind of the ideal pouring temperature. Don't want to get them too hot, but just kind of bring them up slowly. So I've got a mixture of 4 ounces here, 2 and 2. Now, if I was doing a larger amount, I would definitely use an electric drill. And some products tell you not to use an electric mixer. Stone Coat Countertop, you're fine to be able to use electric mixer. I'm just not going to because I have a very small amount. So I am scratching my sides, getting it all down in there. Whatever bubbles that I incorporate into the mixing process, once I get it on my board, all I'll have to do is hit it with a torch and those bubbles will pop. So we gotta do this for 2 minutes. So now I've mixed it for 2 minutes. I've taken my stick, I've addressed the sides, really mixed it well. So at this point, I'm ready to go on and use this epoxy for whatever finish I may be doing. Now, if you want to do an additive, color additive, at this point, this is where you want to do it. You want to do it, you know, once you have it mixed, then you're going to add your additives, whether it's a base tint, a mica, or, you know, whatever other colorant you may want to be adding. I'm going to add just a little bit of Stone Coat Countertop's base tint in Buttercream, just to kind of show you how to incorporate a color. And literally, it takes just a tiny bit. Now you want to make sure when you're using the Stone Coat that the products that you're introducing to the epoxy are not a water-based product. Now, if there are some people out there, and it's perfectly fine to do so, to use an acrylic, but you want to make sure that you keep your volume at under 10%. I don't usually add anything acrylic if I'm doing a countertop. I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt the integrity of the epoxy. Even though I'm going to put a flood coat on top of it, I try to steer clear of anything that's water-based, acrylic, anything like that. So I'm using a oil-based. If you want a really opaque color, you can get a stir stick that has maybe writing on it, and you can look at it, and then you'll be able to see, okay, I can see that or I can't see that. And that's how you determine how opaque your product is. If you want it more dense, you can just add a little bit, but I'm thinking I may add just a hair more. I really want a very opaque product. But there we go. All right, so that's your basic method of mixing and preparing your epoxy to go to the next step. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like what you see, I would appreciate a thumbs up down below, and also subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell so that you are alerted to our updates. All right, thank you and have a great day.